Welcome to this reading comprehension lesson. In a moment you will hear a short text, and then 5 questions about it. Listen carefully, because every answer is hidden somewhere in the text. The text is called The Challenge of Space Debris. As human activity in space has expanded dramatically over the past few decades, an often overlooked consequence has quietly accumulated above our heads: space debris. Defunct satellites, spent rocket stages, and fragments from past collisions now number in the hundreds of thousands, traveling at extremely high speeds in Earth's orbit. Even a relatively small fragment, given the velocities involved, can cause catastrophic damage to an active satellite or spacecraft upon impact. Experts warn of a theoretical scenario known as the Kessler syndrome, in which a single collision triggers a cascading chain reaction of further collisions, potentially rendering certain orbital regions unusable for generations. Various solutions have been proposed, from nets and harpoons designed to capture large debris, to stricter international regulations requiring satellites to be safely deorbited at the end of their operational life. However, given the lack of a single governing international body with full enforcement power over space activities, coordinating an effective, global response remains a significant diplomatic as well as technical challenge. That was the text. Now here are the 5 questions. Here's a question. What has quietly accumulated as a consequence of expanded space activity? A. New forms of spacelife. B. Increased satellite communication. C. Space debris. D. Reduced solar radiation. The correct answer is C. Space debris. The text identifies space debris as the overlooked consequence. Here's a question. Why can even small fragments of debris be dangerous, according to the text? A. They release toxic gases. B. They multiply on their own. C. They are invisible to radar. D. They travel at extremely high speeds. The correct answer is D. They travel at extremely high speeds. The text notes fragments are traveling at extremely high speeds in Earth's orbit. Here's a question. What is the Kessler syndrome described in the text? A. A cascading chain reaction of collisions in orbit. B. A disease affecting astronauts. C. A method for removing debris safely. D. A type of satellite technology. The correct answer is A. A cascading chain reaction of collisions in orbit. The text describes it as a scenario in which a single collision triggers a cascading chain reaction of further collisions. Here's a question. What solution involving physical capture is mentioned in the text? A. Lasers that vaporize debris instantly. B. Nets and harpoons designed to capture large debris. C. Magnetic fields surrounding Earth. D. Underwater collection stations. The correct answer is B. Nets and harpoons designed to capture large debris. The text mentions nets and harpoons designed to capture large debris. Here's a question. What makes a coordinated global response to space debris particularly difficult? A. A lack of technology to detect debris. B. No countries are interested in space exploration. C. The absence of a single governing body with full enforcement power. D. Space debris cannot be tracked at all. The correct answer is C. The absence of a single governing body with full enforcement power. The text cites the lack of a single governing international body with full enforcement power over space activities. That is the end of this lesson. You read one text and answered 5 questions about space debris. In the next lesson we will read a new text and practice again.